Hey guys, I'm Zeri bringing you another video. Now welcome to, believe it or not, it's gone quite quick, for me at least, another patch note video. So we're now patch 12.14. It was released 31 minutes ago, but it never shows like as soon as it releases. It's quite annoying. But I'm going to make the video, get it all done for today's second video. If you appreciate the effort, please do smash the like on the video. Can we get like 400 likes if you do appreciate that? And obviously have a big conversation what you think of the patch. Do you agree with what they're doing? Disagree? Do you think anything's missing? I don't know what's in this patch, by the way, but this is my hope. Well, I'd hope there's going to be some top lane nerfs. I would hope Fiora's getting nerfed because she's been so powerful, like, recently. I would personally hope Gordrinker's getting nerfed. I have heard through the grapevine there's some healing nerfs, but I don't know what extent there's healing nerfs. Hopefully Gordrinker, Kayn healing nerfs, Aatrox healing nerfs, maybe. Those champions heal so much. But other than that, I don't know. The game feels not, I wouldn't use the word balanced probably because the damage does feel quite high. And I will say the one thing with these patch notes, every patch note, Riot, I don't know if they're trying to do it subtly or what. They are bringing up the damage again, you know, kind of. So we'll see what's going to happen in this patch. So we don't need to kind of go through the paragraphs. Here we go. So the nerfs are... Oh, okay. So sorry, I saw that straight away, and that's what I was interested in. So nerfs are Gnar, Renata, Seraphine, Sivir, Yuumi, and Zeri. Again, Zeri is once again featuring in a patch note, by the way. So I do think that makes her potentially in 10 patch notes in a row. Basically, she's been in every single patch note since she's been released. We're getting buffs to Alistar, Jarvan, LeBlanc, Nocturne, Pantheon, Teemo, and Varus. We're getting adjustments to Aatrox, Gangplank, Janna, Kayn, and Wukong. Aatrox and Kayn are two champions that I mentioned that are a bit problematic. But I don't see Gordrinker changes. But anyway, we're getting system changes to Enchanter items and potions. And then we're getting other system changes to Challenging Smite, Exhaust Sunfire, Chempunk, Chainsword, Elder Dragon, Rift Herald, dragons in general, biscuit delivery, bone plating, time water tonic, or basically any type of healing is being nerfed apparently, and any type like Scorch in theory is going to get buffed is what I think's happening. We've got the second batch of Star Guardian skins, which by the way will be releasing on July 28th. Let's get into it. So health growth increased, he's healing passive decreased late, our bonus healing decreased late. Yeah, this champion just heals so much. But anyway, with the grievous runes nerfed in patch 11, I still don't know why they did that, by the way, because healing was very strong and then they nerfed grievous wounds. It just feels completely out of touch with the game. But anyway, we're shifting his power a bit by bringing down his overall healing in favor of increasing his baseline durability. So his health growth is going up to 114. And then his healing, 18%, which it is still. It's a 2% healing nerf for his ease passive. And then his ulti, his increased healing when he's in his ultimate is being nerfed to 10% at rank 3. I mean, he's still going to heal a crazy amount. Because again, if they're not touching Gordrinker, he's still going to like be in the middle of a team fight with his ultimate on, press Gordrinker with his passives all going off with increased healing and practically heal to full health in one go. But yeah. Alistar, Q mana cost decrease at all ranks, cooldown decrease at all ranks. That's nice. Again, I like Alistar. He used to be one of my main supports. He's just struggled in recent times. Is this going to change anything? Most likely not, unfortunately. He does, the way that I would say about Alistar is, unfortunately, he does feel his age. You know, put a Renata against an Alistar and Alistar's going to get absolutely wrecked. So that is unfortunately the nature of Alistar. Gangplank. So again, Gangplank, we actually had this conversation on stream today. Gangplank historically is one of the hardest champions in League of Legends to play. The problem with Gangplank and why I'd say his reputation hasn't been like that recently is because he was just overtuned. Again, I'm a big Gangplank player, or used to be at least. I'd like to play him again if I ever return to top lane. But yeah, he's just been overtuned. He's still really hard to play. If a random person goes on Gangplank, they're probably not going to do the best. But he was definitely overtuned. So arguably, he was too safe in lane. That was the big thing, that he should be high risk, high reward, kind of like other champions. And I think that's what they're trying to do. So his early game, they're toning down his health. So it's more risky in the early game, but he's getting health growth and he's getting also less armor. So something like a Fiora or a Camille is going to probably annihilate a Gangplank in the early game. His passive also, his true damage type ability. What? Hi, what? Sorry. The base damage of it is the same, but based on level. He's getting still 100% bonus AD of it, but then it's giving him plus 200% crit strike chance. Okay. That's mad, no? What? Okay. That's insane. Q Parlay base damage has gone down a lot in the early game. Again, it is stabilizing a rank 3, which obviously you max your Q, so it won't feel too bad, but that is basically stopping a Gangplank basically getting first blood. In, you know, level 1 to 3 area, he won't really get first blood anymore. And then his powdered keg, and that's kind of what started Gangplank's craziness, is giving the powdered keg crit scaling, which is here. Bonus damage on crit was 25%. It's only 10% now. But the slow amount, he's getting more slows and a further slow per 1% crit you get. So if you get 100% crit, 100 times 0.25, 25% more slow? Maybe? Someone do the math. Like, again, you'll get that added. So, you know, the 60% slow might be near 100% slow if you've got 100% crit, basically. The physical bonus physical damage also is going down in the early game, stabilizing at rank 2 and then getting stronger, but not by much. But there's that. I mean, it's going to hurt Gangplank. This is going to hurt Gangplank more than anything. He's still going to be a late game monster because he's supposed to be. Gnar, base health decreased, health regeneration, growth decreased. Basically, he's been too safe. Again, Gnar is kind of, again, a high risk, high reward that if you can manage your rage well and you're against something like an Aurelia, then you should be kind of, well, it should always be high risk if you're mini Gnar, but recently he's been a bit not risky, if that makes sense. Like, an Aurelia, if she catches a mini Gnar, should really give him trouble, but he's been a little bit too safe. So they're just giving him less health and less regen. So again, your regen is if you take a bad trade, you don't regen as fast up, so it will be more punishing to take a bad trade in mini Gnar, for example. Janna, E base shield amount increased at all ranks. Bonus heal and shield power decreased though, and R heal per second increased at all ranks. AP scaling is also being increased, so just buffs pretty much in some of the areas. So in this patch, one of our objectives is to nerf overtuned healing and shielding champions and items. So the shield amount is going up for Janna, but the bonus heal and shield power is going down. So the core of it is up, but then in late game when these supports actually can get, well, all the bonuses that stack, you know, there are a bunch of items that give percentage increase of shields. When you get all of those together, these shields are huge nowadays. And then the Monsoon heal per second is also going up. So Janna's not a healing champion. She's not really, but her heal is kind of that last ditch effort to keep people alive. So I'm fine with that being buffed a little bit. Jarvan, QAD scaling increased. E cooldown now decreases with rank. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice quality of life change. So Q is being buffed for 20% base AD. I don't think you'll ever see realistically lethality Jarvan, by the way, because some people probably are thinking about that. Going Gore Drinker and kind of Bruiser, you still get a lot of AD. That will benefit from this massively. And also, yeah, at rank 5, a 2-second buff on his E, and that's kind of part of his big engage is his EQ, so that is always a really good thing. Kayn, again, one of the problem champions in my opinion. So what are they doing? So red Kayn has been running rampant due to the grievous wound nerfs, and I will say not really. You know, I do want to make that clear. Is yes, Riot, and I have no idea why they nerfed grievous wounds, but even when grievous wounds was at its best, you know, the 60% or whatever, Kayn would still out heal it by a lot. Like, that's the point. Is these champions heal so much that it didn't really affect him too bad. Again, and that is the nature when these champions have percentage healing embedded in their kit, and then they buy healing items also. It's kind of like the double whammy, and grievous wounds isn't even enough. And yeah, we'll see. So he's getting tankier of his base stats, and then the passive or the healing is heal 25 to 35% of damage dealt to champions. It's now going to 20 to 30, so depending on what level. So it's a 5% nerf across the board. is that really going to be... Okay, just to make the point clear also, they nerfed Grievous Wounds by 10%, but they're only nerfing him by 5. That also doesn't really align up either, but... LeBlanc, base mana and mana growth increased, W base damage increased late. Cool. I like LeBlanc, but she is not the best to play in solo queue. She has to really get ahead, and she struggles with getting ahead now because people know just play passive against LeBlanc and you'll probably be fine. So she's getting a lot more mana, which is really nice, and her mana growth is going up. That's just really good across the board. And then the damage of her W is also going up by base. Not going to matter, like a huge amount. Like that could be the type of thing if you're early game trading and you've got 3 points in W. Well, 3 points in W, technically, it's no different than it was before. So it's not really going to make a difference, unfortunately. Weirdly, you're getting more damage at rank 2 and then more damage at rank 4, but you're not getting more damage at rank 3. I don't know if they've made a mistake there in the patch notes, because it is weird that there's no damage increase when there's a damage increase every single rank apart from rank 3. So that might be a typo. I'm not sure. Nocturne, passive adjusted, so no longer deals 50% reduced damage against monsters that are the primary target, but will still do 50% reduced damage to other minions. That's nice. Quality of life update will help him clear the jungle a bit faster, so that's not too bad. Pantheon, I did notice this one, by the way, people kept telling me about it, is, you know, I'm not a massive fan of Pantheon top. I think he's way cooler in support than any other role, but where do I actually think he could also be good? In jungle. The reason why I think he could be good in jungle is because he has that ethos of high tempo early game. His ganks aren't even that bad, and then when you're jungling, you don't know where he is, like his ultimate, right? When he's top lane Pantheon and he's missing, you know he's looking for an ult somewhere. Like your top laner will be pinging, maybe even typing, going, dude, Panther's missing, careful bot lane, because you know he's missing from top. But if he's jungling, you don't know where he is at all time. So to me, it works way better there. So yeah, be careful of Pantheon in the jungle, especially for the early game snowballing, I would say. So deals 70% of damage to minions and monsters, but it's different. It deals 70% to minions. I need to sneeze. Sorry about that one. I'll try to edit that out if I remember. Anyway, so it's 70% damage to minions and 105% to monsters. So he's actually doing more damage with his Q to monsters, thus making his jungle clear hopefully pretty good. That could be good. Renata, definitely overtuned the champion at the moment. And to be honest, just looking at these nerfs, yeah, it's not enough. The thing with Renata that's strong, it weirdly isn't her ultimate, it's everything else. This will, again, it is a nerf. A 50 health nerf at rank 1 is going to hurt. You know, that is making you definitely squishier in the early game. That could risk, you know, you get Nautilus Q'd, you could just die straight away. And also her base AD has gone down because, again, good Renatas would be always looking to get that auto attack and be annoying. So yeah, basically this to me is like a trimming off the top type of nerf. The champion will still be good if you're good at her, but it's going to be more punishing if you get caught in the early game. So pretty much. Seraphine, thank God. Again, I was hoping they would be nerfing the W. So some people may have noticed, but I'm actually banning Seraphine now. The reason why is this champion, again, I don't mean to offend people, is ridiculously easy to play, but mainly because the way that she was recently, you didn't even need to be good at her in any capacity. All you needed to do to be useful as Seraphine is hit double W, the proc W, in a team fight, and you are doing your team wonders. You're doing, like, honestly, you're doing your team amazingly good stuff. I actually played Seraphine today in the play session because, again, I heard that she was getting a bit of a nerf, and I was like, oh, well, let's try it out. Hilariously, we actually did really well in bot lane. I was farming on Senna bot lane, and we were doing fasting Senna. Unfortunately, again, I can't remember exactly what happened in terms of who it was, but our jungler, I think it was, and our mid, maybe? I can't remember. Just fed like crazy. So it was completely irrelevant that we did really good in bot lane. And yeah, it was pretty damn strong, but it was really boring for me at least. But they're toning down the W. So hopefully it's not just that free, oh, everybody in my team has now got like a 400 shield at least, because that was obnoxious. So the shield of it, is going down percentage AP, 10% ability power nerf. Definitely good, needs it. And then the heal per ally also is going down, same percentage, but then the percentage increase is going down also. It was 0.6 per 100 ability power. It's now 0.4. So yeah, they are just nerfing that. Don't get me wrong, it's still probably going to be kind of good. But it was just literally, I would definitely even use the word OP. The W was OP in team fights recently. So they're just nerfing that. Sivir, so again, I would say successful rework to make her into a crit AD carry again. It's been actually really nice to see Sivir, to be honest. Like, if you guys don't know, my most played champion in Season 2, before I was a content creator, I believe, was Sivir. It was Sivir or Graves. It was those two were my most played because I actually played AD carry back then. And that was also pre-rework Graves, where he actually was an AD carry. So yeah, it's been nice to see the champ. So the Q... Boomerang Blade, cast time bug fix. It used to be 0.25 to 0.18 seconds, scaling down with attack speed, but it's supposed to be 0.25 to 0.10 seconds, scaling down with attack speed. So that actually was technically weaker than it should have been, which is interesting. And then the W, damage to minions is going down, which I think is good because, yeah, her wave clear is just insane. And then Gold is forever. Bounces now execute minions that are hit by a ricochet that would have left them less than 15 health. That is huge. Honestly, like, if you're an AD carry player and you're not the best at farming, getting gold minions, just play Sivir. Oh my god, you'll get so much farm. Because that's just giving it to you. I'm the type of mid lane, type of player that when I'm farming, I will just miss a minion and it will definitely be less than 15 health. So using the W and just going absolutely wild, you'll practically get 6 out of 6 minions every single wave. That's amazing. Teemo. So some people will, as also said, you know, again, I'm surprising, even though I don't try to spoil myself with these patch notes, I do get spoiled a little bit just by people talking about them. Teemo might be okay in the term that they're buffing him, and also the sustain nerfs are here. So if you're a top laner that has relied heavily on sustain recently, look out for Teemo. So his base mana is going up, or base mana growth, sorry, and his ultimate, the kind of the bread and butter of the champion, really, is placement range is going up at rank 1 and then rank 2, so that's nice. It's less risky to place them. The damage of them is also going up, not by base, but by 5% ability power scaling, and a much cheaper mana starting at rank 2. Again, they're not crazy buffs, so again, I think some people might have been over-exaggerating, but, like, it's nice. It's the type of thing that if you're already a Teemo player, this is going to help you, but other than that, it's probably not that big. Varus base AD is going up by 3, not bad. Wukong, again, very strong champion here, basically unkillable in late game. So base stats, health regeneration is going up, but because his health regeneration per stack, max 10 stacks, is going down. So yeah, it's still going to be kind of a bit nuts. Still going to heal a lot with his health regen and all that stuff, but it's just toning it down a little bit. But he's still going to be strong. His damage hasn't been hit at all, for example. Yuumi, EAP scaling decreased, so heal on Yuumi is being toned down, 5% ability power. Still, again, going to be that obnoxious champion that you combine, like with the champs that we spoke about earlier. You combine a Yuumi with a Kayn or with a Wukong, and they are literally unkillable, and they're probably still going to be unkillable, to be honest. Zeri, so again, this champion is in patch notes again. I literally would love to pick the brain of the balance team if they genuinely hate some of the champion designers in Riot, because it is a nightmare. For those that don't know, if the it's not the champion designer's job to balance their champion. Certainly T was famous for saying that. He's like, it's literally not my job to make the champion balance. That's what they do. So maybe there should be some communication between the balance team and the champion design team, because you shouldn't have a champion that has been in basically every single patch note since their launch for weeks now, maybe even months. That clearly isn't healthy. But anyway, Q passive adjusted R bonus magic damage increase. The problem that you've got with Zeri, by the way, they are, well, they're basically not giving her her true identity of what she was sold as anymore. What she was sold as is a high DPS but low damage, fast, mobile AD carry. That's what she's supposed to be. The problem with that, because she's genuinely not supposed to do a lot of damage, but she's just supposed to be able to do like a lot of it over an extended period of time. If you're not very good at Zeri, it was awful, like literally awful to play, because you're not doing much damage. You're not very good at you're not using the mobility very well. So you kind of thought the champion was useless. And with Riot nowadays trying to make every champion viable in every single rating, it really just doesn't work in low rating. But what did work in low rating was the W build, because everybody can do that. That's the problem, is if they genuinely want to make this champion balanced, they have to kind of keep it to one play style. The side Zeri is that, and then you can balance around it. But they keep flip-flopping on what she actually is. That's the problem. So her Q, right-click executes enemies with health under 60 to 150, depending on their level, and also has AP scaling. So she actually has a execute now, which I presume also is on enemy champions. Genuinely giving champions an execute isn't the most balanced thing to give, but anyway. And then low on battery got removed, so her right click no longer, it does increase damage to enemies below a certain health threshold. So it's the same thing basically, but they are setting it at a certain, they're actually giving it a value. And then the ultimate bonus magic damage is going down in the base. But also, you know, again, this has got AP scaling, so again, that to me is kind of the AP build again, which is the W build, not the what she was sold as an AD carry that's fast mobile. That's not that. But anyway, so there's that. There's the champions. A Chem Punk Chainsword. Combined cost is going up. Total cost is going up. Saw a lot of top laners especially been rushing this item. Basically, again, cost effectiveness is a stat in League of Legends that some people pay attention to. For the stats you are investing in, how much is the item worth and how much stats you're getting. And sometimes an item can be 100% cost effective, so you're getting exactly what it's worth. But there are some items that like are 140% cost effective. You're getting technically 40% more stats than the gold you're actually investing in or using. I just spilled a drink, but it's fine. So that is the problem. This item was simply too cost effective. So how do you tone down its cost effectiveness? Simple. You don't change the stats. You just make it more expensive. Easy peasy. Enchanter items as a whole. So we spoke about it earlier when we were talking about Janna. Those percentages of increasing healing and shielding. When you get 3 or 4 of these items, it was absolutely mad how much your percentages would be going up. They're toning all of them down. So basically, if it's a 10% item, it's going to 8. If it's a 20% item, it's going down to 16. And also less stacks for Moonstone. So pretty much just nerfs across the board. And the funny thing is, like, yes, I do think the enchanters are strong, but I don't personally, and again, let me know what you think, I don't personally, they've been the biggest problem. And yes, I would say Yuumi is a bit obnoxious. Yes, Seraphine's a bit obnoxious. But that's it. I don't think Lulu's a problem. I don't think Soraka's a problem. I don't think Sona's a problem. I genuinely don't think there's a problem. If they just targeted Yuumi harder and Seraphine harder, I think they could have probably left these alone, personally. But let me know what you think. Sunfire. So, okay, just to say with Sunfire, and this is what other people have said too, this is where Riot simply don't understand their own game sometimes. And I will say it's because they probably don't play their own game. And I know we keep saying that, but it does seem to be genuinely true because they keep doing things that doesn't make sense. They are nerfing Sunfire's damage because there are champions like Yone or Diana building it. They're not building it because of the damage that the item does. So they're nerfing it, by the way, by making it do less base damage, but do more damage the more health you have. Therefore, if you're a tank champion that's building health, you will get the damage. But that isn't the point. The reason why a Diana or a Yone, or hell, even Katarinas are doing it now, I've even seen an Akali do it. The reason why these champions are doing it isn't for the damage. Yes, the damage is a bonus, but great. They're doing it because they don't get punished for even building a tank item because their base damage in their kit is so high. So when you're playing an Akali and without a single item at like level 18 or whatever, your base damage without any items, no ability power items, is doing over 2,000 damage. You can build tank because, you know, get one tank item in the early game because a lot of these champions are Diana, Yone, their early game is their risk. So you buy a tank item to lessen your risk. You still are doing okay damage because your kit is strong and your base damage is high. And then you build damage after the fact. you're not getting punished, but you're not even getting punished in your damage because you're still doing a lot of damage. That's the point. So if Riot wanted to actually change Sunfire, or well, if they wanted to stop champions like Diana and Yone and Akali and Cat buying Sunfire, it, you know, maybe this change will do it, but it wasn't the needed one. What was needed is make the base damage of those champions go down. That's the answer, because if their base damage is down, then they actually need to buy damage items to do the carrying part, what they're supposed to do. But again, asking Riot to make damage go down is basically impossible, because they already think the damage is probably too low, when a lot of us think the damage is still pretty high. So that's the problem. Potion and runes. So again, going again to the healing and sustain, which I will say this is a bit crazy, but anyway, they are nerfing potions. So they used to give 150 health, refillable used to give 125, and corrupting potion used to give 125. They're all giving less health. They are giving less health per potion. Worth knowing, buying potions as a, you know, as a different, like as a single is now even less cost effective, because they are getting a 30 nerf from the 150, where the other potions are only getting technically a 25 nerf, and you can restack them constantly. So don't buy, apart from maybe the early game, but probably could just get a refillable, don't buy the health potions outright. Biscuit delivery, also 2% of your missing health mana is being cut off, and also increase your maximum mana is going down. Bone plating, the cooldown is 10 seconds longer. Conditioning, you're getting less stats. Guardian, it's a longer cooldown, so you're not having as much. Scorch is better, so you're going to do more poke damage. Second wind heal is going down. Sudden impact, lethality is going up, so increase of damage technically. Again, like I said at the beginning, Riot is slowly bringing the damage up. Bonus move speed while under the effect of a biscuit, etc. for time or tonic is going down. And flinching, bonus slow resist and tenacity is going down. Some of the spells, which I will say this one is very good. Red Smite has been crazy, which again, I know I'm picking on one champion specifically this video. He's just been so annoying. Kayn, Red Kayn, where he's got insane healing by himself. He's got Gore Drinker, which by the looks of it is not getting touched. But then also goes Red Smite, that then gives you 20% damage reduction. No wonder you can't kill him. Well, that's also being nerfed. So instead of having 20% damage reduction, it's now 10% damage reduction. That's a lot better, because Red Smite has been nuts for quite a while. Exhaust, damage reduction on the target is going down, so they will do more damage to you. That where before you were nerfing their damage by 40%, now you're only nerfing their damage by 35%. System changes. Interesting. Early game is currently becoming much slower, which has led to a meta shift focusing on scaling team comps. Yeah, I love that. That's like literally what I like. Players become more comfortable conceding early objectives in order to reach their late game win conditions. What's the problem with that? Again, the meta in the last while has been very focused on early game. In order to increase the priority of early game objectives, we're going to be increasing the reward for early Drake and Rift Heralds. Riot, I hate it, man. Jesus Christ. So dragons, changes to all dragons, percent current health damage on attacks is going down, so they're easier to kill. Health pre-rift transformation is going up, however. Yeah, so wait, so they're doing less damage, but they're more tanky? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Cloud Dragon specifically, attack damage has gone down. Well, basically, yeah, these are the individual changes. So less attack damage. Cloud Drake Dragon Slayer buff. So you're now getting, instead of 3.5% slow resist and out of combat move speed, it's now 7% slow resist and out of combat move speed. So that is a double buff. That's huge. Nice. And the Dragon Soul for Cloud is now going up also. So straight up buffs for Cloud, which I will say has been historically the worst one. Hextech Drake is also less attack damage. I believe that's less attack damage on the dragon itself, so then it's doing less damage to you. But the buff, you get 3% more attack speed and ability haste when you kill it. Okay. Infernal Dragon, more again, dude, I'm literally telling you. Riot is increasing the damage. It's happening. You're literally seeing it in the patch notes. We don't need more damage, and Riot's already doing it. We've only had like literally over a month of the durability update, literally. So now every Infernal Dragon stack, instead of 4% bonus attack damage and ability power, is now 6, so 2% damage buff or bonus attack damage and ability power. Mountain Dragon, so they are giving more bonus resistances there, which I'm actually quite surprised about. Ocean Dragon Slayer buff is now also 3% missing health per 5 seconds instead of 2. And Elder Dragon is getting more health per minute. So when Elder Dragon spawns, if you leave it longer, it's going to be really healthy, like has a lot of health eventually. Rift Herald, so Rift Herald now has 75% more health when summoned with Eye of the Herald for the second time. And Rift Herald now grants 200 local gold to the team that killed it. That's nice. Okay. So again, that is literally Riot going, hey, we don't like these boring early games. We want you to fight really early. You make sure you kill the dragons because you're getting more of them, because obviously dragons makes team fights, therefore more early game action. To me, that's probably more for pro play than anything else. Same with Rift Herald, but anyway. Ultimate Spellbook, don't really care. Zorn Cup Clash, so you guys have been really enjoying the Clash stuff, so we'll try our best to do the Zorn Cup. We just did the Shadow Isle one. Ranked split 3 starts. Again, I still don't myself permanently know why we have ranked splits. I like the idea of them when they were pitched initially, but yeah. Cool thing. Oh snap! Oh dude! This is gonna be the first time ever, guys. Oh, that's actually made me really happy. So again, if you're following the main account, we're a master at the moment. We're firmly in master. I have never finished, and again, this is I guess what the splits are for, maybe. I've never finished a split in master. So you get a different emote. I normally always get the diamond one, but if I finish the split, so at July 29th, I guess, if I finish July 29th midnight in master, I'll get the master emote rather than the diamond one. That I guess is kind of cool, but still, that's basically it. Behavioral systems, you'll now be able to see which teammates honored you if you hover over honor icon at the end of the game. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Mythic content. So again, these are going away, and now these are available. Bug fixes, again, always worth looking through those, and then the upcoming skins. There you go. It's an interesting patch. Like, again, I am happy that they're touching on Aatrox and Kayn. Quite surprised Fiora's not there, I will say that. Also quite surprised Gordrinker's not there. So I will say that, again, right, it's like we're toning down healing, we're toning it down. Where's Gordrinker? Like, that's kind of notorious, the biggest one. And then even Graves is starting to take over jungle, building Gordrinker, by the way. So maybe next patch that will get hit, who knows. But that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed the video and you appreciate the effort of me making this video, and I've even spilt some of my drink, I'll have to clean that up right now. Do throw a like on the video, throw a comment, throw a subscribe. Thanks very much, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime and